Hello everyone, welcome back to the Friday night quiz. Got myself, Chris, and once again Bailey, the mascot, just over my shoulder. He's being good at the minute. So we've still got 6 rounds as normal, but a couple of new categories coming in tonight. So we've got sport and leisure, and we've got a music round, which is not a brand new round, but it's going to be music lyrics. Rather than specific music questions, so something a little bit different there. And you'll be pleased to know we've still got the general knowledge of TV and film, and the 2 favourites that people do like to keep in there, so the what came first and the true or false. So the only slight difference being with the music lyrics, overall this week it's going to be out of 70. It's usually 60, 10 questions, 6 rounds, but it's going to be 70 this week because of the music lyrics round. You can acquire 2 points per question. So basically looking for the song title and the artist as well. So if you get either, you get a point. If you get them both, 2. Hence 70 this week. So that's a little bit of introduction to what tonight's about. So thanks very much for coming back and watching again. And if you're new to the channel, then hello and welcome. Hopefully you come back for more next week. So as normal, we've got the big quiz tonight. I don't know if you've seen it as yet. If you follow us on the Facebook page, you probably have already. But I did mention last week we're going to be doing bonus quizzes in between, different themes. And the first one being the scary movie theme. That's uploaded now, which you've probably already seen if you're watching on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do check it out. Test yourself, send it to your friends, family. Test them, compare your scores. So yeah, it's worth it. Check it out. It's only a short one, just I think it's about 8 minutes long, that's all, so it's nice and quick, and something you can just do off your iPhone, your smartphone or iPad. So let's crack on with tonight's quiz, the big quiz, and let's start with round 1, which is going to be the music lyrics round. So here we go with the music lyrics round. 10 questions this round again, but remember it's 2 points per question. So we're looking for the name of the song and the artist as well. But don't worry if you only get one of the 2. At least you're still picking some points up with that. So again, just before we crack on, it's first 3 rounds I'm going to go through now, and then we will go through the answers for those 3. And then on with the final 3 rounds, and then the answers for those. Then you can tally up the scores at the end. Okay, so let's start then. Music lyrics, question 1. And I do apologise, my northern accent may affect some of these lyrics, but I'll try my best. So number 1. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. So remember, song title and artist. So number 1, she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. Question 2. This hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. So question 2. This hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. And question 3. Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. So number 3, clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Question 4, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. So question 4, just a small town girl Living in a Lonely World. And I'm sure you're all singing it. Number 5. There is a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's beginning... Sorry, start again. There we go. There is a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. So question 5 again. There is a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out of the dark. Question 6. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. So number 6. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. And number 7. Now the day bleeds into nightfall. So number 7. Now the day bleeds into nightfall. And number 8. Rising up, back on the streets, did my time, took my chances. So number 8. Rising up, back on the streets, did my time, took my chances. Number 9. Everybody's looking for that something. One thing that makes us all complete. So number 9. Everybody is looking for that something. One thing that makes us all complete. Number 10, final question. I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. So question 10, I've been cheated by you since I don't know when, so I made up my mind, it must come to an end. And that's your 10 for the first round, the music round. If you need a little bit of extra time with that, just rewind it back, start it again, the beauty of YouTube, the pre-recorded version. So we shall move on to round number 2 now. So round number 2, what came first? Quite a popular round it's been for the last few weeks anyway, so I thought I'd keep this one in. So what came first? As simple as that, you decide. So question number 1, John Lennon from the Beatles, obviously, or the Volkswagen Beetle, as in the car. So question 1, John Lennon from the Beatles or the VW Beetle, the car. Bailey is alive, by the way. I don't think he's moved for the whole of the last round. And number 2, Vic Reeves or Bob Mortimer. So question 2, Vic Reeves or Bob Mortimer. Question 3, Jammy Dodgers or Jaffa Cakes. So question 3, Jammy Dodgers or Jaffa Cakes. Question 4, the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower. So question 4, Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower? And number 5, John Smith's Bitter or Guinness? So question 5, John Smith's Bitter or Guinness? Number 6, Disney's Frozen or the Ice Bucket Challenge, if you remember that. I do, it was awful. So question 6, Disney's Frozen or the Ice Bucket Challenge? Number 7, the Game of Thrones books or the Harry Potter books? So number 7, the Game of Thrones books or Harry Potter books? Number 8, Gucci or Chanel? So number 8, Gucci or Chanel? Number 9, J.K. Rowling or James Potter, Harry Potter's dad? So number 9 is J.K. Rowling or James Potter, Harry Potter's dad. And number 10, Monster Munch or Quavers? So number 10, Monster Munch or Quavers? And that completes round number 2. We've soon got here, but we're on round number 3 already. If there's any you missed there again, skip back. But we shall move on now to round number 3. So round number 3 is the true or false round. Another 50-50 round. Good chance to make up some points depending on how you're doing. But true or false, here we go with round 3. Morocco, question 1. Morocco is in Europe. So question 1, true or false? Morocco is in Europe. Question 2, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's children are called North, Saint, Palm and Chicago. So true or false again. Question number 2, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's children are called North, Saint, Palm and Chicago. Question 3, the largest planet in our solar system is Neptune. So question 3, the largest planet in our solar system is Neptune. Number 4, Tom Hanks won the Best Actor Oscar for Forrest Gump. So question 4, Tom Hanks won the Best Actor Oscar for the film Forrest Gump. Question 5, hot water freezes faster than cold water. So question 5, hot water freezes faster than cold water. Question 6, a metre is slightly longer than a yard. So question 6, a metre is slightly longer than a yard. Number 7, there are 88 keys in total on a piano. So question 7, there are 88 keys in total on a piano. Question 8, Adolf Hitler was born in Germany. So question 8, Adolf Hitler was born in Germany. Question 9, green is a primary colour. So question 9, green is a primary colour. Number 10, final one of this round. Insulin is secreted by the pancreas. So question 10, true or false? Insulin is secreted by the pancreas. And that's your 10 for round 3, the first half over with. So, if you need to refill your glasses, knit to the loo, do what you need to do, you can pause and then come back and we will carry straight on. I'm going to do the answers first, so answers to round 1, 2 and 3 first, and then we should move on to 4, 5 and 6. So here come the answers for the first half. Okay, so first of all, the answers from rounds 1, 2 and 3. Answers from round 1 first, of course, and that was the music lyrics round. So how well did you do with this one? Remember, it's 2 points for each question. We're looking for the song title and the artist as well. So, number 1, she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. And that was Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran. So question 1, Galway Girl, Ed Sheeran. Question 2, this hit, that ice cold, Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. And that was Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. So question 2, Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. And number 3, clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. And that was Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. So question 3, I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. And number 4, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. And I'm sure you was all singing it, but Don't Stop Believing, and that was by The Journey. Question 4, Don't Stop Believing, and that was Journey. Number 5, there is a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Of course, that was Adele, Running in the Deep. So Running in the Deep by Adele for question 5. And number 6, you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. And that, of course, was The Human League and Don't You Want Me Baby. And number 7, Now the Day Bleeds into Nightfall. That was question 7. And the answer is Lewis Capaldi, Someone You Loved. So Someone You Loved by Lewis Capaldi, question 7. And number 8, Rising Up, Back on the Streets. Did my time, I took my chances. And that was Survivor and Eye of the Tiger. So Eye of the Tiger and Survivor for number 8. And number 9, everybody's looking for that something, one thing that makes us all complete. and that's Flying Without Wings by Westlife. So number 9, yeah, it's a Westlife song, and Flying Without Wings. And number 10, I've been cheated by you since I don't know when, so I've made up my mind it must come to an end. And of course that's Mamma Mia with ABBA, or ABBA with Mamma Mia. And that's your answers for round number 1. So we'll go on to the next answers now. Round number 2, so what came first? So question 1, John Lennon from the Beatles or the Volkswagen Beetle? And the answer is the Volkswagen Beetle in 1938. John Lennon followed 2 years later in 1940. So question 2, Vic Reeves or Bob Mortimer? And the answer is Vic Reeves, January 59, with Bob in May 59. So Vic Reeves, the answer for number 2. And number 3, Jammy Dodgers or Jaffa Cakes? The answer is Jaffa Cakes in 1927. Jammy Dodgers followed in 1960. It's quite a bit later. And number 4, the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower? And the answer is Statue of Liberty. That was 1886, with the Eiffel Tower in 1859. And number 5, John Smith's Bitter or Guinness? And the answer is Guinness. They've been around a long time. 1759 they first produced, with John Smith's in 1852. And number 6, Disney's Frozen or the Ice Bucket Challenge? And it was Disney's Frozen in 2013, with the Ice Bucket Challenge following a year later. And number 7, the Game of Thrones books or the Harry Potter books? And the answer is Game of Thrones books in 1996. Harry Potter, again, a year later in 97. And number 8, Gucci or Chanel? Of course it was Chanel. They've been around forever. 1910. With Gucci following up 11 years later in 1921. And number 9, J.K. Rowling or James Potter, Harry Potter's dad? And it was James Potter, Harry's dad. It was in March 1960, J.K. Rowling being born in 1965. And number 10, Monster Munch or Quavers? And the answer is Quavers in 1968. With the Monster Munch in 1977. So number 10, answer is Quavers. So that concludes round number 2 answers. So we shall move on to round number 3, which was true or false. So true or false round 3 answers. Number 1, Morocco is in Europe, and that's false. Number 2, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's children are called North, Saint, Perm and Chicago. Yeah, that's true. Random, I know, but yep. Number 3, the largest planet on our solar system, or in our solar system, is Neptune, and that's false. Number 4, Tom Hanks won the Best Actor Oscar for the Forrest Gump film, and that is true. Number 5, hot water freezes faster than cold water. And I didn't know this, but it's true. And number 6, a metre is slightly longer than a yard. That's also true. Number 7, on a piano there are 88 keys in total. And that is true. And number 8, Adolf Hitler was born in Germany. And that's false. He was born in Austria. And number 9, green is a primary colour. That's false. And number 10, insulin is secreted by the pancreas. That's true. So that completes the answers for rounds 1 to 3. So we will get yourself sorted. If you need to nip off again, pause me. But we're going to crack on with round number 4. Okay, so on with round number 4 now. We'll start with question 1. So number 1, what star sign is represented by a set of weighing scales? So number 1, what star sign is represented by a set of weighing scales? Number 2, what type of pastry is used to produce profiteroles? So number 2, what type of pastry is used to make profiteroles? And number 3, what is the tallest mountain in the world? So number 3, what is the tallest mountain in the world? Number 4, who won Britain's Got Talent last year, 2019? So question 4, who won Britain's Got Talent last year, 2019? And question 5, in which 1990 film does Farmer Arthur Hoggett say, "That'll do, pig, that'll do"? So question 5, in which 1995 film does Farmer Arthur Hoggett say, "That'll do, pig, that'll do"? And question number 6, in the phonetic alphabet, what word is used to denote the letter K? So in the phonetic alphabet, what word is used to denote the letter K? And question 7, what is currently the tallest building in the world? So question 7, what is currently the tallest building in the world? And question 8, the first national park was established in 1862, but in which country? So question 8, the first national park was established in 1862, but in which country? And question 9, what was the Lone Ranger's real name? So question 9, what was the Lone Ranger's real name? And question 10, what is the largest country in the world? So number 10, what is the largest country in the world? Okay, that's a lot for general knowledge, round number 4. On to the next round. Okay, so round number 5 now. We've got a new round this week, as I mentioned earlier on, sports and leisure. So round number 5, question 1. What colour is the 8 ball in a game of pool? So question 1, what colour is the 8 ball in a game of pool? And question 2, In terms of total medals won, which country is the most successful of all time at the Summer Olympics? So question number 2. In terms of total medals won, which country is the most successful of all time at the Summer Olympics? And question 3. Which country has the most football World Cup wins to date? So question 3. Which country has the most football World Cup wins to date? Question 4. In Monopoly, how much would a player get when landing on or passing go? So question 4. In the Monopoly game, how much would a player get for landing on or passing go? And question 5. What is the home ground called which belongs to Man United Football Club? So question 5. What's the name of the home ground to Man United Football Club? And question 6. What is the lowest scoring tile in a game of Scrabble? So question 6. What is the lowest scoring tile in a game of Scrabble? And think about that. Question 7. Which came first, rugby league or rugby union? So question 7. Which came first, rugby league or rugby union? And question 8. What is the best hand in a game of poker? So question 8. In a game of poker, what is the best hand you can have? Question 9. In basketball, how many players do each team have on the court? So, question number 9. In basketball, how many players do each team play with on the court? And question 10. How many pieces are on a chessboard at the beginning? So in total, question 10, how many chess pieces are on a chessboard at the beginning? That's your 10 for round number 5. So once again, let's move on to the final round, round number 6. So I hope you're doing all right so far. We're up to the final round now, last chance to get a few more points. And we're going to finish this week with a bit of TV and film. So TV and film, round number 6, question 1. What is the longest running animated TV series? So question 1. What is the longest running animated TV series? And question number 2. What is the name of the village pub in Emmerdale? So question 2. What is the name of the village pub in Emmerdale? And question 3. Which former movie star became the governor of California in 2003? So question 3. Which former movie star became the governor of California in 2003? And question 4. The Netflix show Stranger Things is set in which decade? So question 4. The Netflix show Stranger Things is set in which decade? And question 5. In the James Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever, who sung its theme song? So question 5. In the James Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever, who sang the theme tune? And question 6. How many Oscars did the Titanic win? So question 6. How many Oscars did the Titanic win? Not get nominated for, how many did they win? And question 7. How many days did it take David Niven to go around the world? So question 7. How many days did it take David Niven to go around the world? And question 8. Which 1960s Hitchcock film had the most famous shower scene ever? So question number 8. Which 1960s Hitchcock film had the most famous shower scene ever? And number 9 should be a nice easy one. Who is Clark Kent better known as? So number 9, who is Clark Kent better known as? And number 10, which horror film features Joel Turkel as Lloyd, a sinister barman, the Grady twins, and a small boy called Danny? So what's the name of the horror film that stars Joel Turtle as Lloyd, who plays a sinister barman, the Grady twins, and a young boy called Danny? What was the name of the film? And that completes round number 6. We've got there. How do you think you've done? Well, let's do the answers for rounds 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so here are the answers for rounds 4, 5 and 6. Let's see how well you've done in this half. So round 4 was general knowledge. Question 1. What star sign is represented by a set of weighing scales? And the answer's Libra. And number 2, what type of pastry is used to make profiteroles? And of course it's choux pastry. And number 3, what is the tallest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. So Mount Everest, number 3. And question 4, who won Britain's Got Talent in 2019? And it was Spellbound. They were a gymnastic troupe group from USA. And number 5, in which 1995 film does the farmer Arthur Hoggett say, "That'll do, pig, that'll do"? Yes, it's Babe. Maybe the pig bit give it away, but yeah. And number 6, in the phonetic alphabet, what's used to denote the letter K? And it's kilo. And number 7, what is currently the tallest building in the world? And it's the Burj Khalifa. I think I've said it correctly. Burj Khalifa. And number 8, the first national park was established in 1862, but in which country? And it was the USA, in a place called Yellowstone. And number 9, what was the Lone Ranger's real name? And it's John Reed. And the answer for number 10 to round 4, what is the largest country in the world? And of course it's Russia. So there are your answers for round number 4. Just flick the page on to answers number 1 for round number 5. So, what colour is the 8 ball in a game of pool? And of course it's black. So the answer is black for number 1. And number 2, in terms of total medals won, which country is the most successful of all time for the Summer Olympics? And that is the USA. And number 3, which country has the most football World Cup wins to date? And that is Brazil. Number 4, in Monopoly, what does a player get when they land on or go past go? And it is 200. So whether that be £200 or $200, depending on which game you're playing. But it's 200, the answer. And number 5, what is the home ground called belonging to Man United Football Club? And it is Old Trafford. And number 6, what's the lowest scoring tile in a game of Scrabble? And it's the blank tile with a score of 0. So the blank tile, score of 0, number 6. Number 7, which came first, rugby league or rugby union? And it was rugby union. Boo. Rugby union in 1845, with league being formed in 1895, so quite a bit later. And number 8, what's the best hand you can have in a game of poker? And it's a royal flush. So of course that's king, queen, jack. And a 10 in the same suit. So a royal flush for number 8. And number 9, in basketball, how many players does each team play on court? And that's 5. It's 5 players for each team. And number 10, how many pieces are on a chessboard at the beginning? And it's 32. So answers for round number 6 now, the TV and film round. Question 1 was, what's the longest running animated TV series? Of course, that's The Simpsons. Still going today. And number 2, what's the name of the village pub in Emmerdale? And of course, it's the Woolpack. And number 3, which former movie star became governor for California in 2003? And it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. And number 4, the Netflix show Stranger Things is set in which decade? And it is the 1980s. And number 5, the James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. Who sang that theme tune? And it was Shirley Bassey. And number 6, how many Oscars in total did the Titanic win? And that's 11. And number 7, how many days did it take David Niven to go around the world? And of course, 80 days, around the world in 80 days. And number 8, the 1960s Hitchcock film, which had the most famous shower scene ever, was of course Psycho. And number 9, I'm sure we all got this one. Who is Clark Kent better known as? And of course it's Superman. The final question, round number 6. Which horror film features Joe Turtle as Lloyd, the sinister barman, the Grady twins, and a small boy called Danny? And of course that is The Shining, Jack Nicholson. Danny was his son. The Grady twins were haunting the hotel. And of course Lloyd, the barman. So yeah, that's your lot. That's all rounds complete. So, how well have you done? Have you done a little bit better this week? Don't forget, it should be out to 70 rather than the usual 60. So if you get the opportunity to, pop it in the comments below. Let us know what you what sort of scores you was reaching this week, or if you prefer, let me know in the Facebook, on the Facebook page. Type it in the comments, the video on there. Love to have a read through, see what you got up to. So, as always, we'll be back again next Friday evening for the big quiz. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get notifications for the bonus quizzes that I'll be doing as well. Check out the scurry one that's already up. It's quite fun. And yeah, don't forget, if you've not already liked the YouTube channel, then please do. But also consider liking the Facebook channel as well, or page even. There's a lot more information goes on there, that's all. So, hope you enjoyed this week. If you get the opportunity to, let me know what sort of scores you was hitting. I look forward to seeing you next week. And don't forget to share with family and friends. So, thanks for joining me. Stay safe and see you next week.